Hello and welcome to Spring Commander Forge Alliance Forever. I'm back again with another 1v1 ladder cast, this time on Emerald Crater 20x20 land map. In the top, in the blue, we have Traptor, previously known as RoboGear, and one other name I can't remember what it was exactly, and in the bottom, the red Cybran, TF for life. The greatest FAF caster of all time. So, this map, it's a T1 spam map. Despite the size, the mass extractors are not hugely abundant. 6 in your main base, 3 in each of the 4 expansions that you're supposed to get, and well, 2 here. The rest are in the middle, are pretty much contested. So we're gonna see ACUs move to the sides probably. You can also send your ACU to mid, but it's a short distance to walk to here than here, but it's usually much better to just send your ACU across to the side expansions past these ones and onto here and try and secure this. And we will almost always see second air on this map as well, because the map is so huge. You can see 2 on radar covers very little, so you want to use air scouts to find your raiding targets and to find raiders as well. Raiders, not radars. So air is very important early, and obviously bombers are going to be very useful to deny engineers who are maybe walking across to these expansions. So we have an escort here for this NG. He's going to be taking yeah, that's great pathfinding. NG just walking pretty much laterally, not really walking towards the expansion at all. He will eventually turn. Yeah, there he goes. Now he's walking towards the expansion. So yeah, you probably want to queue up some move orders actually when you're moving stuff like NGs and your ACU across a long distance, like this move order here. You probably actually want to just babysit that and give a few move orders along the way so he doesn't like walk across here and then down. Exaggerate slightly, but it's pretty much what they do. So TS has some land scouts out. He's going to be looking for labs. Definitely labs have a lot of use on this map, and he also might be able to spot a bomber. You can see just how small the range is. It just shows the scale of the map. Usually one land scout will cover an entire lane on a 10x10 map. Not here though. You just can't spam enough land scouts. Well, you can't do it efficiently. You want to use air scouts instead. So third land factory is up. Didn't see any labs from anyone, I think, which is pretty strange. I would definitely make labs as UEF. Maybe as Cybran you just want to use Mantis. They're more capable in combat and not much slower. So this bomber, this scout's kind of misplaced. No, in fact this bomber actually already got its target, so nicely done there. UEF bomber does its job. Oh, almost kills the Mantis as well. Nice job, and it looks like that's all he's gonna get. That's the thing with bombers on a map this size, the NGs are extremely spread out, so you probably get one and then the NGs will catch you. So bombers aren't really extremely good early on, but Especially here, this is not too useful because the mexes have already gone up. It will deny the PD though. If NG's moving left and right here for TA. NG moving right for Traptor, but no NG moving left. And I don't see any transport planned. I think we should see one. So you can't just not send an NG here, obviously. You have an NG in mid, gonna try and make some factories. That's standard. Tanks are following the ACU. You don't want to run into an ACU with some tanks with a lone ACU. Although maybe you should also scout to find which side the ACU is going to, so you don't run into him unexpectedly. But TA's commander is moving to the right, Traptor to the left. Looks like he stopped to build a land factory. Yeah, just a bit too much mass there, so I threw down a land factory. Not a bad move. Edge building a factory here. That's pretty good. The ramp is all the way over here to get onto this plateau. Now let's speed it up slightly. Air looks very similar. There's a transport for Traptor. Haven't seen a transport for TA just yet. Don't know if we will because he has what these expansions pretty much got at this stage. It's not a bad move to leave a mech marine here just to catch the NG when it arrives in this expansion. So this is a good way to deal with that. This NG could have been easily killed by a waiting mech marine. I think I heard a bomber just drop, and that's a kill there. Dead NG. Nice kill, gonna delay this expansion for quite a while. Over here we have a mantis. Actually, that's the mantis that got bombed at the start. Still alive. And here comes the drop. So if he drops on top of this mantis, he can just instantly reclaim it. Nice. Nice move. Now you can pick up one of these NGs and leave and go back to here. So PD was completed. Looks like this NG was helped out by the mantis. So no raiding here, there's no Lobos out there at all. I just heard a bomber go off. Got a couple kills, a radar and an NG. So that's quite nice. No PD in this position, just a factory. Same over here. So these positions are pretty vulnerable. And most of Trapdoor spam is going to the left. So you can see TA, similar timing on the side expansions. Similar situation in mid. Side mexes aren't taken, the Hydra isn't taken. But he has gained his back expansions much faster than Traptor, which is a nice move. Now let's see the ecos. TA floating lots of power. He can afford to throw down some more factories as well. And I think he's behind on Mantis. Let's see, we have 50 Mantis and 67 strikers. So yeah, definite advantage in T1 land for Traptor. Can probably be directly attributed to this large overflow of power. Maybe we need 2-2 air. Definitely need more air factories and more land factories. Looking to raid this position, but there's an army waiting and units coming out of 2 factories. These Mantis are not going to survive. He does still see he has an advantage from here. This is not taken, and it looks like he wants to take it himself. That's a nice idea. You can definitely do drops, like dropping here, and build a factory too and just run over this expansion, or in this case he's already denied it, so he can just take that expansion for free. It's a nice move. He's gonna get there first before Traptor heads over there. Does have a transport waiting for I don't know how long, so bit of a mistake to not have this yet. The PD goes down, Lobos do their job, and now the ACU is actually pushing from the side expansion into this 3-mex expansion. So we can see that was the purpose of sending basically all of his units to this side. If he hadn't, he would not have risked pushing his ACU into this position. But as it is, he has plenty of support. He's unlikely to just get swarmed by a lot of Mantis. And actually, we have strikers in the base killing base mexes. This mex will die. Do have Mantis coming in to destroy these guys. This mex will probably die. There it goes. And they forgot to kill this one, so he's gonna kill a pigeon. That's actually, yeah, 5 kills. He's almost a double vet striker now. Pretty ridiculous. Should get picked off now very soon. TA looking to take out the build power. He's just target fired this factory, but he's not gonna be able to take it out, I'm sure. Units will come out and finish those Mantis off. He has denied this expansion, but Traptor hasn't just denied this, he's also taken this expansion. And we have Jesters coming up for TA, so Cyber is definitely a nice faction for this map thanks to Jesters and Mantis speed. But strikers in numbers are gonna beat Mantis, and there are a lot of strikers. And they're coming to the base, so we've seen PDs go up in the base, the second one now. Jesters trying to defend. It's not really how you want to have to use your Jesters. You want to be raiding, say, mexes over here and here. Hard to defend spots. Not defending the base from pushes. He should also aim at the arties, snipe all the Lobos out of this force so PDs can deal with any strikers and stop any strikers from pushing. Jester coming out here. Jester coming out here. Over here we have a base. Some units coming out. Hydro is going up. This is pretty much secure PD and everything here. While Traptor looks to secure this with PD. Mid is mostly lost for TA. Jester is now raiding some mexes. Nice one. And the push is defended. Okay, we see Traptor's Air Force moving in. It looks like he's just targeted some Jesters maybe. Oh, TA had a huge chance there to get right in behind those inties, but he missed it, unfortunately. Oh, micro TA. You just can't give move orders and forget about your inties. They just don't respond to that very well. And it looks like Traptor has a lot more inties. Also, some of TAs are already out of fuel. This AC is going to get some nice vet off these Mantis, so TA retreats. It's going to go on the offensive with those and try avoid the ACU. And now he's... I don't know how that happened. Or why. That was not what he intended, I'm sure. Yeah, you definitely want to make air staging on this map as well. I mean, it's because it's so huge and you really have to send your inties everywhere to stop bombers and stuff and gunships if they come out. I would definitely make air staging here, since your inties are going to run out of fuel. There's a lot of T1 tanks coming towards TA's base right now. I don't see any there. Okay, we have T2 land over here. Traptor has a T2 mech. He has T2 land. Don't see any support factories coming up for him just yet. This lone Mantis made a trek all the way up here and around and then was promptly killed. Does have tanks defending this area. The base push is real. See Flax dropped in to defend versus Jesters. That's pretty nice. Should probably drop Lobos though, because oh, the strikers, will they ever kill this PD? There it goes. Got 21 kills before it died though. Look at this mass. And now Lobos come in. So TA can just keep spamming PD and just slow him down, but the Lobos are going to take him out eventually. More tanks suiciding into PDs. Some Lobos suiciding into newly built PDs. The Mantis doing his best to snipe them. Good job. But with the ACU arriving, this is only gonna slow Traptor down. It's not gonna stop him. You would need, like, I don't know, T2 PDs. You would need the ACU here to stop this. And I thought the ACU had been moving down this way, but it seems like he decided to go to just hang around in this position. I think that's, you can definitely see Traptor's used his ACU much better. Not ideally, but definitely much better. Maybe could have grabbed an upgrade in this position. T2 maybe would be a nice option. But TA has mostly done nothing with his ACU. He only has 4 kills. I hope Traptor has OC. He does. And he got the nice angle on the PD so he can kill it. Can now overcharge this one. And I mean, there's not going to be much left. Looks like a bomber was trying to take out PDs here. This position is going to die. No PD. You really... Yeah, you gotta build PDs in every expansion on this map. It is so hard to keep track of where your opponent's armies are. I mean, here we can see base mexes have died. I'm not sure what they died to. If it was units or land units, or maybe it was a jester or two. Hard to tell. I shouldn't have missed it. So this Hydro will go down, the factory. Everything should die here. That's not going to make up for losing your base though. So much power here. And really, he has T2 Pigeon, so the issue isn't that he's going to be losing tons of power. The issue is that there's so much reclaim from these Pigeons for Traptor. So you can see TA has too much power at the minute because, well, he can only expect to just lose all of these Pigeons in the near future. He has got T2 land. He's gone for Rhinos. I think I would do Wagner's here. I mean, 2.7 speed on a 20x20 land map, or you could have 3.7 speed on a 20x20 land map. I would just go for that 3.7 speed. Can even go for the Hoplite, which is 3.6 speed. Very fast unit. And can deal with PDs. I think I would go for some Wagner Reduce-It, or Wagner Hoplite combo. Speed is just too valuable. Nice move here, dropping some NGs to try and take this back. He doesn't want to lose them to this bomber and striker though. That would really suck. These Rhinos find themselves confronted by a large army of pillars. It's kind of weird to have those just chilling in his base. So a bit of a mistake turns into, well, a mistake leads to a good outcome here, as it often does in Subcom. Well, not too often, but it does in this case. Now he has gone for T2. I would also expect, instead of Rhinos, you can just go for T3 and just make Loyalists. Again, the speed is just too huge. I can't actually see it here, but it's like, how much? 4 speed maybe? very high anyway. I have an airbase forming here. A lot of assist. This expansion is lost. The ACU still just kind of wandering around in between expansions. Traptor is taking over this base pretty slowly, really. He's coming into a lot of reclaim here in this base now. You can see it's basically like 30-40 mass from each of these pigeons. Unfortunately, they were right next to each other, so the explosion damage cost him some reclaim there. But there's factories, a lot of PDs. He actually hasn't even killed this PD yet. So this is quite insane. TA just continues on. He's built his base somewhere else, his HQ, and his T2 Gen was not in his main base. He did build a T2 Gen after it looked like he was going to lose his main base. So nice play from TA to be in a solid position, a pretty good position, despite having lost his main. That's pretty nice. Doesn't happen often. We have a lot of pillars moving into this base, and I don't know how he's going to stop them. He has 3 rhinos. Does have a PD up, and actually the PD is going to be enough. Some of these pillars are already damaged, and he can spam up PD very quickly with so many engineers in around this factory. The pillars might kill all the engies, but oh, he has another PD back here as well. Pillars never even targeted the PD, so they just got wiped the fuck out. Nice mass donation. Bomber spam to move in though. It's kinda late. Should probably have sent in the bombers. If he sent in the bombers to kill the PD and the engineers, then that pillar army would definitely have just wiped out this whole base. So a bit of a misplay. It looks like he did kill the engineers and the few mantis that were here and has redropped. He's gonna Traptor will take back this expansion. This was raided. It looks like he can take that back now quite safely, and he's raided this position. 7 kills on these 2 strikers, but TA will retake it. I would definitely build a wall here. This is the only entry point. Each corner plateau has just 1 ramp, so just wall it up, maybe build a PD or something. Only allow your opponent to raid you if he puts the effort into dropping there. There are a ton of pillars out for Traptor. 59 pillars. That's a lot. 59 pillars. This is dead once again. Traptor should be able to take it. TA for life. What's his land army like? We have 25 rhinos, 6 hoplites. It's much smaller army, and it looks like Traptor has the mass advantage now. We have 4 T2 mexes, 15 T1 mexes, and has more that he can build quite soon. TA 16 T1 mexes and just 2 T2 mexes. So not too far, but I think Traptor can gain a lead. He has reclaim in this position to grab, as well as those mexes. He has reclaim here to grab. Well, there's quite a few T2 wrecks here, in fact. Some wrecks here. And still large number of wrecks in TA's old base. Still hasn't killed his PD. 19 kills on this PD. Oh my god. How much regen does that have? 3 per second. Actually, TA takes this position. I did not expect that. And he has PDs up. Nice play. But I said TA has a smaller army for sure. He does. But the difference is he has almost his entire army located here on his ACU, and he's walking towards Traptor's ACU. Now it's unfortunate he doesn't have, say, the gun and stealth. That would be pretty nice. Traptor has a large army, but none of it is with his ACU. His ACU is completely undefended. He has a T2 ACU. He has 1 PD. He doesn't even have a radar in this position. So many pillars just chilling in his base. And also now power stalling, so it's not going to be easy for him to spam up stuff with his T2 ACU. This looks really dangerous. But TA doesn't want to wait. Okay, we have hoplites here, so he can deal with T1 PDs. He doesn't have Medusa, but that's okay. Hoplites do great versus T1 PD. Walls are no match for the rocket bot's AoE. And he continues to spam more T2 units towards Traptor. Traptor now sees a large T2 army coming towards him, and he's building a lot of T1 PD, but he needs to make T2 so that he can actually defend his T1 PDs from the few Medusa and the considerable number of hoplites, maybe 8 or 10, 12 hoplites there. And these pillars, well, he's not making any arties. He's also not making any land scouts, so you can see there's just wasted range here for all of his T2 units, and the only way to kill PD with pillars, you need to just surround it completely, target fire it. Otherwise you probably just lose all your pillars. So he decides he can't take this base, he's just going to move on to the next one and send every single tank he has towards his ACU. I think it's too late. Okay, we have a Corsair coming in, taking out T1 PDs rather than maybe shooting at the ACU. Now, oh my god, the flak. Oh, the flak just absolutely wrecked his inties, so he should lose air, although TA isn't microing. Traptor now, he can't stop, like, oh, he gets in the transport. There's no way he can escape. The inties, oh. That was close. He nearly escaped. He nearly got out of range of those inties. But if he hadn't flown over the flak there, he flew over, like, you can see how many flaks are right here. 13, 14, 17 kills. These flaks, they've just won the game for TA. If Traptor gets away here, then he has a huge army. I mean, his army probably just kills TA as he sends his entire pillar force down here. We have 60 pillars. Yeah, 50 here, excluding these ones. Versus, I don't know, maybe half that in T2 units down here, and an unupgraded ACU. So if he escapes, he wins the game. I would bet on it. But he doesn't escape. And the flex did the work for TA. So yeah, good job. TA realized that, you know, this ACU is extremely vulnerable. He also realized that all his expansions were getting raped, and obviously he lost his main base, so it was time to end the game, or he would just lose eventually. So good job, TA. Nice snipe and good try from Traptor. He almost got away.